looking at what we're going to produce in the future, and we're really going after probabilistic forecasting. This is where we feel the future lies. It's going to be a forecast that's going to provide a heads up for areas that are likely to exceed certain thresholds. And in the diagram that I've shown, this is for winds exceeding 20 knots in 6 days' time. You can appreciate that when we reach the tropics, we can produce 7-day forecasts in the mid-latitudes relatively easily and with a reasonable degree of skill. When we get into the tropics, that's a bit different. It produces a whole range of significant challenges with regard to tropical cyclones, with regard to surges in the southeast trades and that kind of thing. So we realise that deterministic forecast, as we have been doing, probably is going to be too challenging. And so we're going to go to this probabilistic forecast to indicate areas which are likely to exceed certain thresholds. And we'll do this in terms of rainfall, in terms of wind speed, and probably in terms of significant weather. The POAMA seasonal forecast definitely showing signs of improved skill, and these are going to provide both probabilistic and deterministic forecasts. And we'll also look at intra-seasonal predictions. And this will be dynamical models and ensembles running at a point to enable us to fill the gap between the 7 to 10 day forecasts and our seasonal forecasts. Now, these are almost certainly going to be in the form, as I said, of probabilistic forecasts and providing the risks of exceeding certain thresholds. And in this diagram, it's the rainfall anomaly for December 2010 as an example. And you can see that certainly in this situation it did a pretty reasonable job. Predicted greater than 400 millimetres along much of the Queensland coast, and 300 to 400 millimetres over much of Queensland full stop, and certainly northern New South Wales and western Victoria, and also in the Gascoyne Basin in Western Australia. So it's got a reasonable amount of skill. And the seasonal forecasts, what do we expect over the next couple of months? March to May, well, the statistical model is certainly indicating a fairly dry area over Western Queensland, Western New South Wales and South Australia. And indeed, the dynamical model is saying much the same kind of thing, except it's got the increased probability of exceeding median rainfall extending further into South Australia and right across the South Australian wheatbelt area there. So, and also note the area of increased probability of rainfall in Gippsland. So there's certainly increased resolution there with the dynamical models. And it's an improved model. So this is something we will be releasing soon. So to summarise, we'll see continual improvements in the forecasts, but they will be incremental. There's not going to be any revolutionary steps there. Our new forecasting system, the next generation system, will be rolled out across Australia in the next 12 months in South Australia and Tasmania, and over the next few years to WA, NT and Queensland. And the emerging power of dynamical models is increasingly apparent, and that's what we will try and capture. We hope to fill the intra-seasonal space, which we recognise as being an area of very keen interest for the agricultural sector. And we will be asking people how they feel this information is useful and how we can improve the presentation. Thanks very much.